Alright guys, so I found a few trucks and I got two here in Pennsylvania that they're fairly close to one another, and I'm hoping, I just sent messages to both of them on Marketplace, and I'm hoping that we can potentially get one of them today. There's two, both are totally different trucks, but they both would work for what we need. So I'm going to wait to see. We got to get out here and get started working. I'm going to wait to see if they message me back. So, yeah, I guess stay tuned, and we might be going to pick up a truck.
We're mowing it out of 4, I believe he's got it set on. But if you could take a look at it, it's pretty long.
I want to point something out real quick to him. So as we've been telling you, we've been waiting for the grass to slow down a little bit so we don't have to trim everything every single week. Now we still have some trimming to do here, but if you notice where TQ trimmed, last week, it hasn't grown as much. It's a lot thinner this week. We're still going to go ahead and trim it, but it's a lot thinner. It's not as tall as what it has been, which is as tall as the regular grass here. It's just really slowed down because typically you're trimming, you want to be pretty even with the grass, but a little bit lower along fence lines just because, they're a pain in the butt as it is. So just wanted to point that out to you guys.
So this area here is like where water naturally runs from the parking lot and down into, and it kind of disperses into the lawn here. So it's like created a little valley. So we have to be careful when we mow over that. He's got the flex chute set at 3/4 or 1/4 open, so it wasn't really allowing a lot to come through. And he went back over it to disperse the clumps back into the lawn, so it's not, you don't want to leave those there, because if you do, then they end up dying and then you'll create dead spots in the grass.
Alright guys, TQ is going to continue on around the fence line, keeping it maintained back every few weeks or so. We are working on a new contract for next year where we'll maintain the fence lines trimming wise once a month. So I know I shared that with you already, but it won't take effect until next year. But we've been getting some comments lately from people saying, you guys don't ever change up directions, that's why you have such great stripe. This property, for example, okay, you can see the stripe we laid at an angle, right? You can still see the stripe we laid at that angle, right? You can still barely pick up the stripe from going straight on. And I probably don't have good enough sunlight, but I'll see if you can still see the stripe. TQ's going side to side right now, as you can see here. But you see this stripe she has not touched in probably a month, 3 weeks, I don't know. But you can still see the side to side stripe, right? So if you don't know, a stripe is nothing more than the bending on the grass. So when you come this way, for example, you see that gray stripe? This means you're going away, okay? So right now, TQ's going away. She's laying a gray stripe, okay? Now, this stripe, she's gonna bend the grass and cut the grass coming this way, and it's gonna lay a little bit different, which gives you the illusion of a stripe. And see how good you can still see those ones? You can still see those, and those are two totally different directions, okay? So, I mean, you can even see it this way, and I'm right into the sunlight. So I'm showing you this just so you're aware of it, that a good mower that stripes really well, that you have sharp blades on, and you're dispersing the lawn clippings, you're going to lay a deep stripe, and that stripe is going to be predominant and stand out for a long period of time, especially up here in the north. Now, I know you guys down south, you don't get this luxury, and we say that respectfully because there are times where I would much rather come in and just do circles or squares, however you guys do it, rather than going, stopping, going and stopping and turning. I'd much rather do what you guys do. So this is just something that is mostly preferred in the northern grass types, Midwest, a little bit down south, not real deep because the grass types, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. guys, so you just saw me stripe up this nice beautiful lawn, and then last pass hit a napkin, piece of tissue, something that fell out of one of the employees' cars here, and shot it all the way across the nice beautiful striped up lawn that I just did. So can't just leave it, right? I know some companies that would leave it. They would just leave and go. I mean, they would seriously do that. Personally, TQ and myself, with our business, we're not going to do that. So what you can do is come in and you can rake it up, okay? Now, a lot of that really small stuff is probably going to be hard to get, but what I'm going to actually do is get the bagger, and I'm going to bag it up, and then I'll just put it, it's just paper, it'll compost up in no time, and it'll make this look really, really good, and it should pull most of that small stuff up out of the ground there, so.
So not a lot of people will notice this detail. So Sean's doing his stripes, I'm doing my stripes, and it's just more appealing to the eye, and it looks really good. Now you can't really see it from all angles at first, and a lot of people will overlook that detail, but it's very key. A lot of times when you're in a residential property and you have like a fence dividing the backyard and the front yard, you still want to try to line up those stripes from in the backyard and the front yard. It just makes it look a little more uniform and a lot more professional.
Guys, this is what I was talking about here. Most of this doesn't need trimmed, but I'm going to go ahead and hit it just so I even it out. But the grass is starting to slow down, especially around the areas that we're trimming every week. It's a little bit lower than the mowing, but it's a good sign. We're kind of turning that page of slowing the growth down. So I'm looking forward to it. right, guys, so real quick trimming tip. What I'm paying attention to is where my string is at full length. So when I'm running it, where is this hitting at? Okay, so if you're hitting the fence too much, you need to back it off a little bit. But you can actually see it and pay attention to it, so then you're able to move fairly quickly. And if you miss something, stop, go back, hit it real quick, keep moving on. Just a few little tips there for you. If you're wondering what size line we're using 105. This is the X line, and yeah, it works pretty decent. Air 5. TQ, why don't you got your guns out like you used to always do, you know?
They're out.
They're out?
They're out, yeah.
How'd your workout go this morning?
It was good.
Got your walk in, early morning walk?
Yes.
Nala company?
There's nothing like a beautiful morning, nice, cool walk.
Yeah.
To start your day off.
What day are you on?
I think it's 25.
Day 25?
Yeah.
Hey, proud of you, babe. 50 more to go, right? For the 75, and then life-changing after that.
Life-changing.
I 100% can say that I've seen a bit of a change already in TQ, and just getting things done and getting things accomplished every single day, and not making excuses whether you feel good, don't feel good, want to sit around or anything, just getting it done, right?
So the biggest thing I always hear is there's not enough time in the day. You literally have to make time. Like, you have to prioritize your time and everything like that. Especially, this really teaches you, like, you have to get two 45-minute workouts in a day, and it's like, when is this gonna happen? You just gotta do it. Wake up earlier, go to bed later. Like, it's totally doable. I mean,
absolutely.
We have such busy lives between being parents, you know, husband and wife, because we definitely have to make time for ourselves, you know, together, and business owners, multiple business owners. So it's like, it's doable. Trust me, it is.
I agree 100% with that, and not being hypocritical whatsoever. I personally don't feel like I have the time right now, hence why I have not done or started it. Doesn't mean I won't. Just right now, I'll say it like this: I need to get through the next month or so, get through Equip Expo, and we should be able to get on it here pretty soon. For myself personally, I just have a ton going on behind the scenes that's requiring a lot of driving. Like, nobody has an idea. Like, yesterday I drove for 5 hours almost total, just trips for different things for the product line, and on top of working and on top of everything else, you know, being a dad and husband, and, you know, still need my smooches and hugs and all that, and, you know, eating and oh, y'all sweaty. Anyways, we're moving on. Let's go, TQ.
Let's go.
All right, everyone. So I'm here at Sean Boy's baseball game right now. We're getting ready to start in probably about 10 minutes or so. We have purchased another truck. Now, I didn't make it a real big focal of this video because it came with a stipulation, and that stipulation is the current owner has to get the wrap that's on the truck removed. So he went ahead and got that scheduled because it has to be done professionally, and it won't be till probably early next week, the middle of next week, before we can pick it up. It is not in Ohio, it's out of state, and we're gonna have to drive and get it. And yeah, we'll get that taken care of next week. But super excited because this will alleviate a big issue and a little bit of a worry I had for this coming up winter. With hauling products and stuff like that, we didn't want to use our trailer because everything would be out in the element, nor did we want to use the pickup truck because everything would be out in the element. So therefore, we needed to get something that was enclosed. We thought about enclosed trailers, we thought about box trucks, every different kind of truck you could imagine, Ryder trucks, FedEx trucks, everything, U-Haul trucks. I mean, we've been searching and searching and searching, and we came across a few and got in contact with these folks, and then we really honed in on one, and we locked up a deal with the gentleman where I'll come next week, get it, gives him enough time to remove everything, get a notary set up, yada yada yada, and then we'll do the old deal of transferring everything, and then I'll have to bring it back. And yeah, that's going to take a day in and of itself. So I'm also setting up a time with Noah and Mike next week where one of them can hopefully go with me and bring either my truck back or drive that truck back, however we end up doing it, just simply because, you know, we're going to be taking 2 trucks. Another possibility is I'm looking into an airport there. As of right now, the closest airport had no tickets available to get in there to fly in and then get the truck and drive it back myself. That could change. I could actually fly into New York and then Uber down, but from the way I was looking, it would be pretty expensive to Uber down a couple hours, but it is what it is. We'll get it figured out. There's still a lot to get worked out. All I know is I'm happy, you know, we have this truck. As long as nothing catastrophic happens and this deal falls apart one way or another, we've agreed. I offered him the price. He agreed upon it. Got everything in motion. So, yeah, seems like a really good dude, really good business owner. And it was really cool doing business with him. Probably one of my best Facebook Marketplace business inquiries for equipment I've probably ever had, honestly. Most of the time it kind of gets weird, or somebody's weird or something, cancels on you, whatever. This one was pretty streamlined. I think it had to do a lot with I'm a businessman, he's a businessman, and we kind of know how things work and how we each don't have a ton of time to get, you know, things done like that. So we're going to get it done, get it taken care of. I'm excited. He's excited. TQ really likes this truck. Sent it to all my buddies. They like it. You guys got to wait, though. Yeah, hopefully sooner rather than later. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to go enjoy Sean Boy's baseball game. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys. We'll talk to you later. TQ out. Peace. Bye-bye.